Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live. You're watching live on Facebook, but we have links to this program and other directions throughout our social media, including Litter Media Radio. You can find that on our website at littermedia.com and also on the 365 Live app. Check that out. Good to have you with us. I'm Mike Smith. Aaron Glandon is here. Dan Ramey is on assignment today. He should be back with us tomorrow. You know, I think really his special assignment today, he's in a pool somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was.
He's in a swimming pool, which is fine. But let's get some underwater camera work. Do we have cameras that can do that here?
I don't know. I don't know if Dan's GoPro can go underwater.
Yeah, I'd like to see Dan underwater. See how that would look.
Scuba diving Dan.
Yeah, sounds like a winner to me. Speaking of the weather, let's jump into it. And you can also find this interactive weather map on our website at littermedia.com. It's another hot one today, folks. Temperatures climbing into the low to mid 90s, but the heat index is the thing that we really have to keep our attention on. That's going to continue with us until Wednesday night with heat index or heat indices of over 100. In some places as high as 104. I was looking at other states around the country. Missouri, it's been terrible out there. They had a heat index of 115 yesterday. So, yeah, it's warm out there. A little bit of relief is coming later this week, Thursday. Actually, Wednesday night, there's some talk of rain, which will help to cool things down a little bit. Temperatures possibly in the mid to upper 80s through the weekend with a chance of rain each day. When we come back, a lot to talk about, including our daily topics as well as sports. And this date in history, something local from 1895 to 1897, but it ended this month in 1897. All that ahead on Litter Media Live. Don't forget Scioto Valley Dumpsters. They're ready to help with that orange dumpster for your cleanup projects around your property. A free estimate is simply a phone call away. Call Carl at 253-8389. Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
Mike and Aaron back with you here on Litter Media Live, and we hope that you'll bookmark our website to your phone, your laptop, your desktop, whatever, and see beneficial news that you can use every day. At the top of the news this morning, we just talked about an hour ago to Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney and Bill Knoles of the Chillicothe Noon Rotary Club about the upcoming July 4th celebration and fireworks show.
The funny thing is, because, the park, we think, has probably a couple thousand. But then if you look around, you see, the random parking lots on Bridge Street, or the people who are, there's organic gatherings in different places. And so we're fairly certain that much like at Christmas time, when the community draws in thousands and thousands, it's just so hard to judge because they're scattered throughout the city. And the thing that I'll say that often I think goes unlooked or overseen by some people in the community is that take a day like the 4th when a lot of businesses might be closed. If somebody comes up from Pike County or comes over from Vinton County or Fayette County, whatever, to watch the fireworks, they might not be shopping that day.
Right.
They might come downtown and whatever store might be closed that day because it's a holiday. But they say to themselves, downtown Chillicothe is looking pretty good. I'm going to come back. Let's come back and make a day of it.
And there's activities that are going on in Yoctangi Park earlier in the day, and also, of course, the pool party is going on. You can get in on that. Call the City Parks and Recreation Department for ticket information on the pool party. But the fireworks show is free, and it is a rain or shine event. Well, actually, it won't be shining. It'll be dark by that time.
Right.
The fireworks will be shining.
They'll light up the sky.
That'll get underway at about 9:45. The mayor told us that they've raised about $50,000, thanks in great part to the Rotarians as well as some tremendous sponsors.
And the finale's 10,000.
10,000
is what they said.
And Adina Health put the money up for that.
Yes. With the extreme temperatures on tap tonight, the outdoor drama Tecumseh has made the decision to cancel tonight's show June 24th. Cancellation policy is in effect, and tickets have been pulled from sales. Ticket holders for this evening have received an email with instructions on what to do about rescheduling and or refunds.
And this is rare. I mean, during heavy rains or thunderstorms, they've had to cancel on a number of occasions over the years, but I can't remember having to call it off because of extreme heat, but it's hot out there, even at nighttime. Calling all students from within Ross County, as this year's Ross County Fair will become the latest area county fair to conduct a school bus demo derby. If you've not seen these are a hoot. Pike County's had one for a few years. Now they started one up last year in Fayette County, and now Ross County jumping in. There are 4 dates in the month of July, and you can see them posted there on the right, where students can come in to the fairgrounds to paint their respective school buses. It's got the date and time, not for each school. I mean, any school could come in, I guess, on those dates and times to paint their respective buses.
Ross County Community Action Summer Food Program provides free meals to children at 27 sites throughout Ross County. June 2nd through July 24th, as part of the Summer Food Program, RCCA has partnered with Lyle Farms to provide an open house event June 25th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for children to learn about local food procurement processes.
Get ready for a festive weekend in downtown Circleville about a month from now, July the 19th. That's a Saturday. Circleville's Uptown Circleville 3-on-3 basketball tournament will be held that day. Community Center basketball event is open to all teams ages 10 and up, including adult divisions. Now, that's not the only thing that's going on. A couple of days before that, Uptown Circleville's Christmas in July Sidewalk Sale-abration, get it? A 3-day shopping event that runs July 17th through the 19th, featuring downtown businesses offering festive deals, giveaways, and holiday-themed surprises. Visitors can also enjoy additional area activities throughout the weekend, making it a great time to explore Circleville. Our road report takes us to Pike County. A bridge replacement project on the existing replacement of the structure there on State Route 220. That's a bridge replacement between State Route 552 and Fish and Game Road. Now, State Route 220 will be closed for the duration of the project, and the traffic will be detoured via East Emmett Avenue, which is in Waverly, to State Route 104 to State Route 552, and that project will be going throughout this summer. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on sports, a little bit of high school news, along with a lot of baseball to talk about, all ahead on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. And man, do you really appreciate these guys and gals this time of year. Of course, if it's freezing, you would love them that time of year too, because they take care of all of these aspects of the elements when you need to have your home or business at the right temperature at the right time. Give them a call. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
As we were telling you yesterday, the spring sales event at Hometown Motors Incorporated has been extended to the summer months now that we're in summertime. While supplies last, new riding tractors starting at $1699.99, new zero-turn mowers at $3399.99, new walk-behinds starting at $399.99, chainsaws, brand new, $279.99, new blowers starting at $199.99, and new trimmers at $229.99. Great selection. Prices like this, they're jumping off the shelves. Give them a call or get down there, better yet, and see what they've got going for them. Hometown Motors, your store for the outdoors at 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. What are we doing? Sports?
Yes, we're talking about sports. And you have the first story.
Yeah, the Ohio High School Athletic Association yesterday announced their winter sports divisions. Now, they've already done this for the fall sports. And this is the breakdown that they do each year for each respective high school in the state of Ohio and what division that those respective sports will be playing in. Girls and boys basketball, swimming, wrestling, and so forth. You can go to the link within our website story at littermedia.com and find out what your individual school is going to be ranked as far as the division for the winter sports season of 25 and 26.
Talking about baseball, the Paints opened a 6-game road swing last night at Lafayette, and it wasn't pretty. They lost a 13-1 final score.
What was pretty was the way the Cincinnati Reds bounced back after giving a home run to Aaron Judge in the first inning to fall behind 1-0. The Reds came back and scored multiple times en route to a 6-1 win over the Pinstripes. They're back at it again tonight at Great American Ballpark. The Reds have now won 2 in a row.
And the Guardians open a home series with the Toronto Blue Jays tonight.
We're staying on the theme of baseball. Maybe you didn't realize this before the Chillicothe Paints in what was then the Frontier League, because that was a professional league. Professional baseball existed in Chillicothe many years before. We'll talk about that and what happened to that franchise on Litter Media Live.
First, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Going on right now is McDonald's 2-day hiring event. It started at 9 a.m. this morning, goes to 5 a.m. today, and then again tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Whether you're an experienced professional or just starting out, they have a variety of positions available. Check out McDonald's on Western Avenue if you want to be a part of something great. And go to McDonald's hiring event. They're hiring up to $15 for crew members and managers up to $20 an hour. McDonald's.
Do they mean 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.?
They probably mean 5 p.m.
Yeah, okay. Because I thought I heard Dan correct that on the ad yesterday. So, yeah, that'd be a heck of a job fair, right?
Yeah.
On this date, for the month of June in 1897, Chillicothe, yes, Chillicothe, Ohio's professional baseball franchise went bye-bye. You say, wait a minute, there's pro baseball in Chillicothe? Yes, there sure was. Professional baseball had a short lifespan in Chillicothe between 1895 and 97. It was in this month of 1897 that the franchise finally came to a halt. Critics blamed team manager George Ham for scheduling weekday home games, which drew sparse attendance. Now, in 95 and 96, they had crowds estimated at between 800 and 1,000 people for games here in Chillicothe, but most of those were weekend games. Well, for whatever reason, in 97, manager George Ham scheduled a bunch of these weekday afternoon games, and crowds were like less than 60. So it was on, in fact, you say, well, who did they play? You ever hear of the Cincinnati Reds? Yeah. In 1895, they came to Chillicothe and played this Chillicothe Professional Baseball Club. The Reds won 17-2, but I don't think that was the only time the Reds came to town. I think that there were other visits that they had to Chillicothe.
Do we know this team's mascot?
They didn't have one.
Didn't have
Well,
one.
I take that back. George Ham's son, George Jr., was the team's mascot, but it was just as a little boy. He didn't dress up like anything.
So they were the Georges? The Chillicothe Georges?
They just referred to them as the Chillicothe Baseball Club.
It's kind of like the Washington football team.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. But on June the 28th of 1897, the team was in Ironton. They had to cancel a game against Wilmington on the 18th, and 10 days later, while the team was in Ironton, they announced that they were disbanding. So here you got my artwork, because our professional artist, Dan Ramey, is not here. 1897, Chillicothe Pro Baseball disbanded due to a lack of spectators, and that is the unhappy fan right there at the bottom. He's sad. That thing sticking out of his head, I told it.
That's George.
That's George. George Jr.
Yes.
That's his cowlick on the left side of his head there that is sticking out. So pro baseball lasted for 3 years in the 1890s, and it went bye-bye in the month of June of 1897.
Do you know where they played?
Not the street. The stories that I read, it talked about how the name of the company, I don't even remember that. I just read this last night. I didn't include that. There was a company that created the baseball field for them to play on. And, of course, they had a grandstand. I don't know that was the grandstand that eventually burned down in Chillicothe. I thought that was Fairgrounds, but I couldn't tell you where the exact location was. But a lot of that information came from a book that was published here 30-some years ago called Yesterday's Pastimes, and it was about sports in Ross County and Chillicothe, dating back to the early 1800s. And that was some of the entries that they had from 1895 to 1897. Pro baseball. We'll be back with you tomorrow at this time. I don't think we have any special, or yes, we do.
We do at 2
2
p.m.
o'clock.
Yes.
2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Dan has an interview scheduled. So be tuned in for us on the daily program at 11 and then that special interview tomorrow at 2. Until that time, for Dan Ramey and Aaron Glendon, this is Mike Smith saying so long from all of us. And remember, plenty of clear liquids out there if you're working outdoors today, folks. Very, very hot. Be careful if you have to be out there for any length of time.
And that means water.
Clear liquids, that's right. Water. I can't think of anything else other than if it's vodka.
I didn't want people to...
Don't drink any of that. Water. Drink plenty of water if you have to be out there. So long from all of us at Litter Media Live.